Welcome to week 9 of our Blueway 10K program. You're now 3/4 of the way through and you'll be glad to know that it does get easy from here on in. This week we will be on the final week of our aerobic endurance training. By now you should be feeling the improvements of all this long hard mileage and finding that you're coping better in sessions that you struggled with a month ago. We will take another look at the draw phase of the stroke when the blade is planted in the water and propelling our kayak forward. We will also focus on the importance of trunk rotation. Although your arms and shoulders are really important for kayaking, most of the power is actually transferred into the boat through our trunk rotation. That is why kayaking is such a great sport for developing core strength. This week will be the third and final opportunity to complete a 1,000 metre time trial. You did your first time trial at the end of week 3 and your second at the end of week 6. Now we have one more chance to try it again and see what improvements we've made. Best of luck this week with the paddling sessions. I'll see you again next week when we begin the sharpening work to improve your boat speed for the race.
This week we're going to review the draw phase of the forward stroke. We'll start from the position of the forward stroke catch phase on the left side. Once the left blade has been planted in the water, try to keep your left elbow straight for the first half of the draw. When the blade passes your knees, begin to bend your elbow as the arm pulls the paddle through the second half of the draw. The most common error with the draw phase is to punch too early with the right arm. This causes the blade to slip in the water and for you to lose precious power. This week we're also going to review the draw stroke. As you might remember, the draw stroke is used to move the boat sideways, to the left or to the right, without turning the kayak. Place the left blade in the water at full arm's length away from the kayak and in line with your hips. Make sure the face of the blade is positioned to be parallel with the kayak. Pull that left blade towards the kayak until the left wrist is within 10 centimeters of the side of the boat. Now you'll have to twist the blade so that it's perpendicular to the boat so you can slide it back out like a knife to bring it back to the starting position. During the draw stroke, keep your right hand in front of your face with a 90-degree bend in your right elbow. If you find the nose of the boat is twisting forwards, you need to bring the draw stroke closer to the back of the boat. If you notice that the tail is leading, you need to bring the draw stroke forwards in front of your hip. If you are planning a breakaway move, make sure you have the energy to paddle as hard as you can for over 60 seconds. Pick a point where water conditions will be more difficult for those following. Turns and upstream sections of the river are often the best locations to break away. It's the change in speed that is critical. If you gradually increase speed, the attack will fail. It is also important to judge how your opponents are feeling before launching an attack. Are they breathing heavy? Is their forward stroke tiring, or do they look relaxed? If you successfully break away, you must keep the pace high for the next 5 minutes to open a gap. Otherwise the group can quickly reel you back in. As you may have gathered so far, trunk rotation is one of the most important aspects of the forward stroke and kayaking in general. It transfers the power from the arms to the hips and legs and then into the kayak. Let's look at right side trunk rotation first. At the setup, the right side of the trunk is rotated so that the right shoulder and hip are fully forward. The left leg is pressing on the foot bar to help drive the left hip and left shoulder fully backwards. Hold this rotation until the blade enters the water on the catch. As soon as the right blade enters the water, the draw phase begins. This is where the right leg presses on the foot bar and the trunk rotates so that the right shoulder and hip begin moving backwards.